Good morning. Welcome to Just for Today, a time of eclectic readings, sharing of perspectives, meditation, and prayer. I'm Reverend Rafe Ellis, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader of the newly joined Descenders for Spiritual Living of Greater Baltimore and Columbia. Today is May 31st. And this morning I'm working with these the life liftoff cards by Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. And this morning the card I drew says, "Log onto your progressive technology." Let's see what it has to offer us. You are on the planet to consciously apply your ever-evolving inner technology to all aspects of living. Create a direct link to the evolutionary impulse governing the universe. Your technology is the inner practice of meditation, which will stimulate the link between your brain and ignite your innate desire to know your true self. Trust yourself in a deeper way and reap the rewards. I have been meditating for a long time, and what I can share with you is that my experience has brought me to a place where when I hear someone say that meditation is about becoming quiet, I just chuckle. Because I'm not sure technically quiet actually exists for the human being. Because even when everything around me, even when my physical environment is quiet, there's noise in the silence, because there's always some mental chatter. And it's not negative mental chatter. It's, when I get my human being quiet, my spiritual self has things to tell me. And so is that noise? I don't know. I'm really moving to a place where it's hard to speak of things sometimes, because I know that words matter, and I know that we have a dictionary so that we participate in, theoretically, we participate in common shared language. And yet, the words and the meanings keep changing for me. And I think that's that process of tapping into that inner self, where that technology that tells me more about me that I didn't know. So for me, meditation has really become an excavation process where I use technology, the inner technology, physically being still, mentally letting whatever shows up just move through like it's scrolling on a marquee. And then I can actually feel this drop into something different. And it's still active. It's still informing me of new ideas, new understandings, new knowledge, new invitations, new desire to express. And so perhaps that's the technology that Michael is offering us to look at. What I know is that my brain is a repository of past information. It has nothing new to offer me. Now, it's helpful if I'm dealing with something in this physical realm because it has all the information that I've ever amassed and it can pull connections together to help me resolve a physical problem, a physical challenge. And if I want more, if I want newness, I have to quiet my brain and learn to listen to the inner self, the God self, the spirit self, whatever label works for you. But to listen to that inner technology, that infinite intelligence that is very clear of a desire to express itself as me. And that changes moment to moment. So that's what this card brings up for me. I would love to hear what it brings up for you. And I realize some of you hopped on after I read it. So let me read it one more time real quickly. It's very short. You are on the planet to consciously apply your ever-evolving inner technology to all aspects of life. Create a direct link to the evolutionary impulse governing the universe. Your technology is the inner practice of meditation, which will stimulate the link between your brain and ignite your innate desire to know your true self. Trust yourself in a deeper way and reap the rewards. That last little, trust yourself in a deeper way and reap the rewards. I personally find challenges with trusting that inner voice because it's unfamiliar, at least initially. Now, the more I communicate, the more I learn to listen to it, the more I take a risk and actually do some of the things I'm guided to do, and they work out really well. I think that's what we're being offered there is trust yourself in a deeper way and reap the rewards. Many of us grew up with that phrase, nothing ventured, nothing gained. No risk, no reward. There's lots of ways we say the same thing. But what I know is if all I do is sit with the idea and I never move to implementation, all I ever get is the idea. And I never get the outcome of that idea. And so, at some point, we get to take a risk. And I don't remember who said it, but I remember the phrase that, if we risk nothing, we risk even more. Are we willing to risk everything to reap the unimaginable simply because some part of us imagines it? So, with that, I'm going to move us into our time of meditation, and I will read this through one more time, and then we will go right into the meditation. You are on the planet to consciously apply your ever-evolving inner technology to all aspects of living. Create a link to the evolutionary impulse governing the universe. Your technology is the inner practice of meditation, which will stimulate the link between your brain and ignite your innate desire to know your true self. Trust yourself in a deeper way and reap the rewards. recognize that there is only one infinite, ever present, everywhere present, allness, one substance that has no beginning, and having no beginning, it can have no end. Being infinite, it has no circumference. And so its very center must be everywhere present. I recognize this one as life itself. One whole, perfect, and complete substance, expressing itself, because that's what it is itself. Expressing itself in the multiplicity of form and unformed expressions of itself. And so I know that in the truth of this one expressing in multiplicity, that I am that in form. Everything created out of one substance must be that substance expressing. So my life is the life of the infinite expressing, individualized as Rafe. And what is true of me is true of every expression of creation. Individualized, yet never separate from itself. Fully empowered with that creative authority to use consciousness, to use the one substance, to set in motion the desires of its heart as each individualized expression, to expand the infinite's experience of itself. And so I claim and affirm that that divine self, that truth of being, must be the very essence, the very core, the very makeup of every expression of creation. And so I claim and affirm that each is opening to a new experience of that divine self. That in this practice of accessing the technology, that link between the brain, that part of the human mechanism that is aware, becomes increasingly aware of the link to the truth of being, that the flow of information is unimpeded as every restrictive thought is neutralized. That the flow of magnificence, the flow of truth is unimpeded. That it is received. That the very concept of risk-taking is neutralized by the excitement of I get to express the fullness of life. That I have to is replaced with I get to. That oh no is replaced by oh wow. That hesitation is replaced with the excitement of childlike curiosity. That has no desire to stop itself from the exploration of newness. And I am grateful. I'm grateful to the activity within this creative process that I call law. The doer of creation that simply acts upon desire and makes it so. Immediately, without hesitation, in every moment of now. manifesting the desire of creation's heart to experience. And so I know that the word spoken, the word is the manifest word of creation, of the divine, in whatever form it speaks itself. And that the activity of law has already made it so. And so there is no thing for the human me to make happen, and everything for me to participate in the happening of. And so I let go. I let go of all doubt. I let go of all fear. I let go of all resistance. I let go of the activity of second guessing. And I simply surrender to that divine yes. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amen. Amen. And so it is. Namaste.